The objective of this video is to view the colorful hoodoos, toadstools, those with the hard red cap on top, and cliff formations without crowds of people. There are 3 canyons, each having its own geological formation. Since the trailheads are all on BLM land, spacious camping by each trail is allowed for 14 days at no charge. We suggest 3 days, 1 for each canyon, Sidestep being the longest and most scenic. Sidestep is about 2 miles. The other 2 are about 1.5 miles each, plus wandering around. We spent a few days scouting here, but due to confusion with the maze of trails, we never made it to Sidestep Canyon. Consequently, we created this video to assist other confused hikers and to clarify the route for our next venture here. Now, photographers, professionals, have a sweet light period. This is where the harsh blue colors are absorbed by the atmosphere, thereby enhancing the red hues. This occurs from sunrise for 2 hours and again 2 hours before sunset. These topo maps can be downloaded in PDF format at no cost. See the introduction text for those internet addresses. Okay, this specific map illustrates the location of White Rocks. The road to the trailhead is located to the lower right, originating at Church Wells at Highway 89, milepost 13.7. Lower left is Cottonwood Road, BLM 400, that originates at Highway 89, milepost 17.7. That is about 20 miles west of Page, Arizona. It ends at Kodachrome State Park for a distance of about 30 miles. It is a very scenic, high-clearance road, but do not drive when wet. The road across the top horizontally is 431, whose junction is about 4 miles north of Highway 81. At BLM Road, 5.2 miles east from BLM 400, turn south past the corral and down a steep cliff, a 4-wheel drive necessary, to Jack Shensworth picturesque one-room cabin framed by huge red cliffs. Perfect scenery. At 8.1 is the White Sands Road to Sidestep Canyon that is probably closed and patrolled by rangers for a hefty fine. Another 2.5 miles is the parking area for entry to Wah Weep Toadstools. Do not drive down the steep road when wet. Recommended 4-wheel drive in any case. This map is for Chimney Rock and Chimney Rock Canyon. From Highway 89 at Church Wells, drive 0.8 of a mile to a cattle guard, then turn right for about 3.2 miles to this location. It is a very good road when dry and not rutted. The second trailhead is about 0.5 mile further north with a large parking area. The junction at the 4th dot is to White Canyon next to man-made water ponds. On that trail is a junction to Sidestep Canyon shown in red dots. The trail to the canyons is hard, good hard surface. Chimney Rock is like an ocean lighthouse, serving a landmark to all hikers. It and its smaller sister are located on a relatively flat mesa overlooking the canyons. Reference the 6th dot for entrance to Chimney Rock Trail. Access to Chimney Rock Canyon is 1 dot further north at the Y junction. Turn left. There is no evident trail, but it's an easy walking trail. Straight northeast from the junction is Zebra Hoodoo. Importantly, at this junction, directly east-right is the overland route to White Canyon and a steep trail access to Chimney Rock on the mesa. Now, more information is given on these trails in the video. This map shows the end of White Rock Canyon on the left-hand side with the black dots. Now you can see the dot exiting the canyon, hopping across to the road, and then continuing into Sidestep Canyon. Later on, we'll explain our experience with this route. More importantly, you can see the red dots. That's a continuation from the previous map. And notice the contour lines. They're quite flat here, and our line here goes into the canyon at a very low elevation. And then, of course, you have to go into the canyon, turn left. Our understanding is that the left portion, upper left, has the best scenic view of the Hoodoos. Now, the other aspect is to follow the red dots to the road, follow the road up north, and then cross and drop into that steep canyon to immediately enjoy the Hoodoos. Now, as we'll mention further on, we never did this trail due to confusion of trails. So good luck. This is a trail as shown on the map earlier from trailhead number 2. It's a good, solid trail. Now you want to walk and look east where you see these two Hoodoos, left and right. Go in between to the right where you see the bush. So that bush right here where every bee in the territory is located, swarming. You want to go around to the right of this bush and you see a flat area. Now this is the total trail. Red dots, drop down, go in the canyon, up this hill. It's all sandy, not easy to walk on. And eventually the trail on the right-hand side to the Chimney Rock. Notice the layers of white, dark, and really black further on. This is a magnificent view, a few hundred feet high. Again, notice the layers in the black. It's fascinating. Now, we're not the first ones here, obviously. And there are some cowboy glyphs. This one is April 1933. Kendallson Diane, art somebody. And here it is, May 25th, 1915. 100 years ago, they came through here. It's amazing. Notice the layers, same as the other one. So the real question is, where did all the dirt go to create these two edifices? Probably has to go to the ocean. Okay, now this is the trail to the right that goes up to the mesa. We've shown this on a map earlier. And see the faint trails to the left? These are the trails that go over and into White Canyon. It's not an easy trail because they are sandy, so make sure you have walking sticks. And that's it. White Rock Canyon trail starts as a wide canyon and narrows after about 1 mile into this narrow gap. Here, an 8-foot-high concrete dam was built in 1955 to contain water for cattle. It is a very sturdy concrete dam with steel reinforcement. That is, it'll be here forever. There are 2 small wood ladders to enable climbing over this dam. White Rock Canyon is an off-white colored canyon having minimum of red hue colors. The attraction are the carved and sculptured cliff walls. The hike is in a sandy wash with very few shade trees. During summer, it is very hot due to reflecting sun and no wind. Wear sand-gripping shoes, no smooth tennis shoes. If you plan to hike from White to Chimney Canyon, you must have 2 hiking poles for the steep up and down segments. Ditto if you plan to use White Canyon as a route to Sidestep Canyon. This butte has a unique red mushroom horizontal layer that continues into Chimney Canyon on the other side. This is the only colored layer in the canyon. This contorted geology is typical of this canyon. Other than a thick center layer, there are no other defined layers. But in between the layers are interesting formations. The trail continues a few hundred yards to a fork. Left goes to this slot canyon, while the right fork goes to a route to Sidestep Canyon. Notice the chimney rock way at the top. It's visible everywhere in this area. Now the next site here is going to the canyon, presumably route to Sidestep Canyon. Notice the mud type of flow here, very unique formation. Along this canyon, you will come to a dry fall, about 9 feet tall. Back up about 30 yards, go up to the right side, and continue until you see a wide open area looking for this slot canyon to the distant right. Enter that slot canyon and explore the route to Sidestep. I did, failed, came back, sat on these rocks, and ended my journey into White Rocks Canyon for this time.